Hi guys, Subiez here, back with something a little different this week. So, as you will know, a little while back, if you don't follow me on Twitter, I'm at Subiez8. I built my first custom PC, and today in this video, I'm gonna share the part list with you and why I chose the parts for my build. Now, as you all know, again, I'm a student, so money is tight, and I couldn't go for an all-out high-end built gaming rig, so I adapted some of the parts from those higher-end builds and pushed the price into the range I was comfortable with spending. All up, this PC cost me $711. Without further ado, let's get into it. For the CPU, I chose the AMD A8-7600 APU. I chose an APU because money is tight, as I said before, but I chose the A8-7600 because I didn't want the performance to be too sloppy either. Now, the A8 runs AMD's new Kaveri architecture. This combines AMD's latest desktop-grade R7 graphics architecture with a powerful CPU to provide the best budget CPU-GPU performance. Now, I know I could have gone for an A10 7850K, but for the price of the A8 at $129, the A8-7600 stood out for me. Running on the FM2 Plus platform, it represents the latest offering from AMD. For the motherboard, I went for the Asus A88-Pro X-Pro motherboard. Now, for $139, it's not the cheapest motherboard you'll find out there, even here in Australia. In fact, it might well be one of the most expensive ones you'll find out there. But this motherboard appealed to me for a number of reasons. Primarily, it's an Asus built, so it's built to last to the best quality you could possibly get. Also, running on AMD's A88XM chipset, supporting Crossfire, 4 modules of 2133 megahertz RAM, coming with 8 6GB SATA slots, onboard USB 3 headers, and the latest surge protection. It's a thoroughly great motherboard with extensive built-in features that enhance the other components' performance, as well as keeping the build as future-proof as possible. For the RAM, I chose an 8GB set of G-Skill's Ripjaws X RAM clocked at 2133 MHz for $107. APUs ultimately benefit from faster RAM, so that's why I chose to go with 2133 RAM, but also it's the highest clock that I could go for my motherboard. That's why I chose it. For the storage, I went for the Western Digital Caviar Blue 1TB hard drive. For $42, it's a solid hard drive combining extensive features such as 64MB cache and spinning at 7200 RPM, and rugged durability with Western Digital's 5-year warranty. You can't go wrong with it. It also boots Windows 8.1 Pro up in 20 seconds, so it's incredible performance for traditional HDD, not an SSD. For the case, I went with a BitFenix Comrade white case for $49 because of the cost, as well as the fact that it's the only white case I could find for $49. It has front USB 3 ports, so it's a great product for the price. For the power supply, I went with the Silverstone Strider Essential 80 plus efficiency 500 watt power supply. Now, for 500 watts is more than I'll ever need, but combined with 80 plus efficiency and a price of $55, it suited my budget, therefore it's here in my parts list. For the optical drive, I went with an ordinary Asus 24D3ST drive, and for the wireless card, I went for a TP-Link USB wireless adapter for $20 on special and $9 respectively. Finally, for the monitor, I went for an LG 22M45-B monitor. It's 1080p Full HD and 22 inches, so no complaints there. For $130, it's certainly one of the lower cost 1080p monitors out there, out here in Australia. Now, there are reasons why some components were omitted from my build because they were just too expensive or I didn't really need them. For example, I didn't go for an SSD purely because it was too expensive for what I wanted. Also, I didn't go for a graphics card because it was too expensive. and I didn't really need it because I had onboard graphics from the A8 7600 APU. For the future though, I hope to add both of those parts named before, namely the SSD and a Radeon R7 260 graphics card. Now, why the R7 260? Purely because it can be run in Crossfire with the integrated graphics to boost graphics performance, and that's why. And I would go for an SSD, preferably with 120 or more gigs of storage because of their infinitely better speed. That's not to say that the Western Digital Caviar Blue hard drive is not a good choice. That's a great choice. Also, in the future, I would like to add a TV, like a small TV, probably a Samsung TV, HD TV, to my monitor set, so I can run a dual monitor setup, so I'm able to play on my Xbox, because my Xbox can't connect to a monitor. It's an Xbox original. There's no real complaint there about not being able to connect to my monitor because it's 10 years old, so I would expect it to be running on the composite AV, and I should have expected that. So for the future, I would also like to add a TV and run it with a dual monitor setup, so I'm able to play games from the Xbox, and also I'm able to buy like next gen consoles and plug it onto the computer and just play games for you guys on YouTube. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Like, favorite, subscribe, and stay tuned next week where I'll discuss the things that went well for me and the things that went wrong in the building process. Anyways, thanks for watching, and really subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with that next video next week, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.